late summer of 2014, Helen Tyson Middle School opened our school garden. This project began with 3 students who thought a garden would be a creative and effective way to combat youth obesity and food insecurity. Yasmin, Zoe, and Hannah researched school gardens, drafted designs, and helped secure the necessary funding for their project. Students in Helen Tyson East and our after-school program helped plant the first session of vegetables in the fall. After conducting research, including touring other local gardens and visiting with our community partner at Apple Seeds Northwest Arkansas.
So Apple Seeds is a nonprofit organization that is focused on inspiring healthy living through garden-based education. We have a teaching farm in Fayetteville, but our programs reach students throughout Northwest Arkansas. We have a presence in a few schools in Fayetteville, and we're going to extend to a couple more in Springdale in the fall, where we'll have an AmeriCorps Vista member focus on the gardens and expanding the curriculum within the schools. We also have field trips that come out to the farm in Fayetteville, and we work on school garden markets like the one we work here with East.
Students decided on planting 2 varieties of lettuce, kale, carrots, parsnips, beets, radishes, broccoli, and a selection of herbs. Students enjoyed having the opportunity to plant the seeds and nurture the plants as they grew.
Hi, I'm Ovis. This is Cassandra and Evan, and we manage the garden, the school garden.
I really like having this project because we have fun and we get to taste different kind of vegetables.
To start planting all the plants in the garden, we had to do a lot of research on the plants and what they need in order to grow.
And then, almost a year after students began planting the garden, it was time for students to begin harvesting. The produce was then enjoyed by our after-school program, used in our cafeteria, sold through a school garden market to help support the garden, and distributed to students to take home. This spring brought a bigger harvest to our garden and more student programming. Students once again created the planting calendar for our spring garden, planted all the seeds, and continued the work necessary to keep the garden up. They also helped plan 4 spring garden markets with a focus on reaching students in our school during the school day. For 4 Tuesday afternoons, starting in late April, students were given the opportunity to visit the school garden to taste a healthy snack, learning about gardening, and hopefully take some fresh, affordable vegetables home with them. All the produce was either grown at the HTMS garden or at the Apple Seeds Northwest Arkansas teaching farm.
So we partnered with the East students to do their school garden market, and we provide the produce that supplements that from their own garden that the students can sell, as well as providing the produce for the recipe that the students have chosen to highlight for that week. So this year, the students decided to highlight kale and radish recipes in the 4 weeks that we did the markets. So Apple Seeds is able to provide the base for the markets, kind of providing the students with the knowledge of best practices on how to have a successful market and ways to extend the reach to the student population. So really we were just able to provide the idea and the base, and the East students have flourished with it and made it their own and had something really way more successful than we had even hoped for.
At the markets, students could also take home a recipe kit complete with ingredients necessary to make the featured healthy snack at home. The recipes featured at the market were submitted by classes at HTMS during a healthy snack competition, and the winning classes were rewarded with certificates to the markets and the chance to pick their own produce. HTMS East students had the fun time building the recipe kits, producing cooking videos for the recipes, and compiling recipes into a digital magazine. At the final market of the season, students were exposed to a total of 5 healthy snacks and the chance to pick their own produce and buy summer vegetables that were grown at HTMS. It was a very fun and exciting way to close out the first year of having a school garden.
And through the 4 markets this spring, we were able to distribute 230 pounds of healthy, fresh food through recipe tastings and through the garden markets. And we were also able to distribute about 350 recipe bags that included all the ingredients the students needed to make that recipe at home. My favorite part of the markets was seeing the students flourish from week 1 to week 4, and just see their excitement grow about eating fresh vegetables and having everyone bring in a quarter to get that carrot and just biting it like it was the coolest thing since sliced bread.
The garden at HTMS has provided students the chance to learn about gardening and nutrition. Students have also learned a lot about event planning and promotion. Hundreds of students have been exposed to organic, local produce and easy, healthy snacks. As we close out Year 1 of the Helen Tyson Garden, students are still busy planning upcoming additions to the garden, drafting the planting calendar for next school year, and harvesting our crops. Everyone is excited about the impact the garden will continue to have on students and staff here at HTMS, and we are looking forward to making a continued impact on the health and happiness of our community.